Hey everyone, hey Libra. Welcome to this space. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I don't have my mic attached right now. It's actually charging. And I'm using my phone camera, so my phone is actually like on a lower percent, so I also need to charge that too. Okay, you guys, so we are gonna go ahead and just shuffle through the cards, you guys. We are gonna see exactly what's going on with you guys. We're gonna see, some insight into, what's going on with you, how you're feeling during this month of August. I did skip the new moon readings for Leo season. So for those of you who have Leo in your chart in your big three, your sun, moon, or rising placements, I hope that you guys are enjoying this season. Happy birthday for those of you who are Leo sun signs. If you're watching for your Libra, moon, or rising placement, I'm reading for both sidereal and Western astrological charts. Please take what resonates, leave what does not. Okay? So hopefully you guys can hear me, because I don't have the microphone that I normally use. So Libra, let's go ahead and see what's going on with you. Ancestors of light, messengers of light, please speak to me. Help me relay messages to the sign of Libra, sun, moon, and rising signs. Once again, please check your moon and or rising placements, specifically your rising, for deeper resonance, okay? So Libra, we are still dealing with a Mercury retrograde. It ends on the 11th of August. So now that we are in the month of August, we're going to see what this month is bringing to you, what kind of energies you guys can expect to meet you in this month, and what type of advice comes out for you on how to deal with those energies, either energies within yourself or energies from other people. Virgo also got this. Fantastic good fortune and lucky chances. So this is what's in the books for you for the month of August, Libra. You have on target, so if you are wondering, Libra, if you are on the right path, if you're wondering, am I doing the right thing? Did I make the right choices? Yes, you have. Yes, you have. The month of August is going to bring you energies that are going to remind you to be confident in the decisions that you've made. Prosperity. Yeah, the month of August is looking really good for you guys. It's looking really good for you guys, okay? Now, I'm not saying that, this is what you're going to experience in the month of August, because at the end of the day, it's all about your decisions, Libra. It's all about what you choose. So if you are dealing with, if there's someone that you like and you got into a relationship with them, if you're thinking, did I make the right choice? Yes, you did. If you feel it in your soul or in your spirit that this is something that you really want, don't let anybody convince you otherwise. They can have all kinds of reasons, why you shouldn't be with that person, why you shouldn't, get that job or accept that job offer, why you should leave a job, why you should leave a relationship behind, whether it's platonic or romantic, why you might be thinking about moving. You may have people telling you you shouldn't move. If it's in your soul and in your gut, Libra, to do it, then do it. There will always be a second opinion. There will always be a third, fourth, fifth, sixth, a 66th opinion. There's always going to be an opinion about what you do. You have to be confident in this month of August. You have to be confident so much in yourself, and you have to have such a healthy relationship with your soul that no matter how you feel, no matter what other people think and what they say, your soul is what you should follow. Does that make sense? So sometimes you may feel like, oh, this is not good for me. This is not. What does your soul tell you? Right? You also have prosperous business and riches. So if when it comes to your money, when it comes to a business that you want to open, or doing business with you know, partnering with someone and doing business with them, when it comes to your money, you're on point this month. There's going to be some business opportunities, some money opportunities, some financial opportunities that present themselves to you at this time, Libra, during this month of August. And just take it. It doesn't matter who says, like, well, you better be careful, you better be this. If your gut and your soul is telling you, hey, this is a good idea, then it's a good idea. Right? You know what you're doing. You know where you want to be. Maybe you have a business, and you know, maybe business has been slow. I don't know, Libra, but don't allow the hard times, the hardship, to convince you that what you're doing is a waste of time. Some of you guys may have left something behind, a career path, or maybe a hobby that turned into, you know, a money-making opportunity for you. Maybe you left a business behind. Maybe you actually did give something a try, and then you just left it behind because you felt, well, it's just not going to work out. It's not working out. You might, in the month of August, it's possible that you're being reminded that, you know, what you were doing was your soul's purpose, or what you were doing was something that really was going to take off for you, but you quit before anything can really take effect. Usually it's those times, Libra, where you feel like, oh, I need to stop while I'm ahead. I need to, like, give up on this. This is a pipe dream, whatever. Usually it's those times where you need to push even harder. Usually that's your challenge. You know, the entities and the spirits that are protecting you and guiding you down this path, wow, yeah, they could be telling you, they could be just sitting back and watching you, saying, okay, let's see what Libra's going to do, because now that things are getting difficult, or now that things are not really taking off like they wanted it to, what are they going to do? You have trust in the unknown. Father Sky, trust in the unknown. Yeah. You're not going to know in the month of August, you know, you're learning to trust your instincts, to trust your soul. Your soul knows. It may not be able to see the future. You know, you may not be able to see the future. You may not know exactly what's going to come of a situation. You may feel like, you know, if I leave this situation, you know, I'm never going to find anything better. How do you know that? Or if I take this opportunity, you know, I could be risking it all. I can lose everything, or how do you know that? By the springtime of next year, you can definitely see a lot of the hard work that you've put in unfold in such a beautiful way by springtime of 2026. Okay. Yeah, I don't think my ancestors have anything else to say with this deck. I think they gave me exactly what they wanted to give you, Libra, for the month of August. Okay, well, they gave me one more. Connect with your emotions. Water Guardian. So there's something here, Libra, where your emotions kind of take the reins here. Your emotions are what kind of block you, and that's why you need to really connect with your emotions so that you can manage them properly. Because once again, usually when it's fight or flight, it's usually our emotions that kick in, right? It's fear, it's doubt, anger, sadness. And usually if we're too excited about something, or like we're super happy about something, you know, it's our emotions that say we need to jump in, we need to go all in. You know what I mean? Because Father Sky, this energy of the unknown is an air element, right? This is also, I also see this as Scorpio because the eagle. Some of you guys, I don't know where this is coming from, but some of you guys may be going to Mexico. Maybe you want to go to Mexico, or maybe your family, you know, you guys are of Mexican descent, I don't know, or indigenous descent. Someone may be actually thinking about moving to the Americas, whether it's South, Central, or North America. Some of you guys are thinking about leaving America for however long, I don't know, permanently or for just a long period of time, temporarily. But there's something here where you need to make a head over heart decision, or learn how to make head over heart decisions, really connect with your emotions and really understand how your emotions are guiding you, opposed to how your soul is guiding you, right? So if something angers you, do you just up and leave? Or do you say things that before you think, do you speak before you, or think, do you ever speak before you think, right? How have you been making your decisions up until now? Okay, so you have ascendant. So there are those of you, Libra, whatever is in your rising sign, check your rising placements for these readings. Start listening to advice for your rising sign because you have ascendant, okay? And it says appearance, first impression, mass. So yeah, it's like when something is introduced to you, what is your soul saying? What is your soul saying about that person, place, or thing? As opposed to like, what is your emotion saying? You want to stay on the right track. Follow your instincts, follow your spirit, follow your gut instinct. Especially when it comes to money, Libra, because I have a feeling that this has something to do with money. What more ancestors does the gods have for Libra? All Libra, sun, moon, and rising placements on this planet for this month of August 2025. Some of you guys may tend to you may focus more on how things look and you make your decisions based on that. So if something looks like it's not going to work out, that you just kind of make the decision that it's just not going to work out. That's something that maybe you need to change. Yeah, you have surrender and trust, restoration. You got to surrender, Libra, to the unknown. For this month of August, whatever it is, especially when it comes to money and your prosperity, your job, just your finances in general, your career, or even your education, because education is attached to finances, to money, and long-term, financial commitment. You kind of just need to surrender to just the greater possibilities. So you have the South Node, past lives, natural gifts, karmic lessons. So there's some type of karmic lesson. There is definitely a gift that you have here, Libra, that you really need to tap into. Especially when it comes to your money. But there's some type of karmic challenge here. There's something about who you are as a soul, as an individual. There are challenges and different patterns that you always get trapped in. You get trapped in a certain pattern, and it could be following your emotions instead of following your soul, or learning how to balance your emotions and your spiritual body. So once again, I give an example. If there is like a relationship or some type of like financial situation where it's like fight or flight, like the moment that you don't have enough money for something, you get anxious about it and you immediately feel like, I need to do something about it. Maybe you just need to kind of pull your energy back and be like, okay, I don't have the money right now, but I'm going to continue to push forward. I'm going to continue to focus on, what actually is working out for me. I just get the sense that sometimes when it comes to money and when it comes to finances, some of you guys in the past have really allowed your emotions to guide you. And it just always kind of made things a little bit more frustrating than it had to be. This can also be related to family matters. Okay, this can also stem from your family. Maybe, you know, you weren't, some of you Libra, maybe your parents raised you a certain way when it, you know, with a certain perspective of money, or maybe they didn't. Maybe they just didn't really instill good values into you, or in, you know, growing up when it comes to money and finances. So that can also be something that you are battling, or that you have been battling for a while. Let's go ahead and see what the tarot has to say about this situation, who you're dealing with, you know, if there's any zodiac signs involved, sun, moon, or rising signs, you know, who you're dealing with. But I'm just getting the sense that your instinct are really going to be key in the month of August, in this month of August. Surrendering, being okay with not knowing, okay? Just being absolutely okay with not knowing the final outcome, or not knowing what's right in front of you, or what's next. Just completely restoring your confidence in your ancestors, in your creator, within yourself, and knowing that the work that you have put in is enough. You don't need to do any more than that. There's no need to fret, there's no need to worry, there's no need to freak out. You just have to trust the process. And maybe you keep falling into this trap of, oh my God, I don't have enough money, or oh my God, this is gonna go bad, this looks bad, so therefore, like, I need to hurry up and bail, I need to get out of this situation, I need to this. It's like there's this energy of not being grounded, just always in fight or flight mode for some of you. And that can be a karmic lesson that you really are finally coming to terms with in the month of August. Because as Mercury's retrograde comes to a close on the 11th, I feel like things are going to make more sense. I feel like some of you guys, Libra, may have been really going through an emotional time, and really being faced with some emotional challenges to kind of grow you a little bit. So it's like, do I continue this pattern? But again, it's like, how do you stop yourself to actually recognize the pattern? How do you stop yourself? So there's something that that your spirit guides or your ancestors, or they're like snapping their finger in front of you saying, hey, wake up, pay attention. This is a pattern here. Stop doing that. And I have a feeling that some of you guys, or if not all of you, have had that moment where it's like, oh, I do that a lot whenever this happens, or I tend to feel triggered when this happens. And that's such a beautiful thing. Those moments, like, those are moments that I live for, you guys, or those moments of like realization, those moments of awakening, those moments of truth that just cannot be ignored, of just noticing yourself for once, right? Instead of noticing everything else that's going on outside of you, finally noticing yourself. Ancestors, what more do you have to speak to Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs about regarding this situation for the month of August? That's the most beautiful thing, Libra, is noticing yourself, noticing your triggers, noticing your reactions, your immediate reactions, noticing the gut feelings and the gut instincts that you have whenever there's an opportunity that presents itself, right? Okay. Yeah, so definitely. Got the High Priestess. What's this? Okay, so we have the six of Rods, love seeing that, High Priestess, Nine of Swords, and the Two of Cups. So we have the Two of Cups, or the Two of Elixirs, Nine of Swords, High Priestess, and the Six of Wands. So I like seeing that. So that shows here that when it comes to what you truly desire, there's something here when it comes to your deepest desires, the things that you are emotionally attached to. You get anxious about it. You get anxious that you're going to lose this. You get really anxious when you feel, okay, I have something good. I have something, like you need to really get some serious work. I think there are those of you who've already done this work. You're already on, like, again, you're already on this page. But others of you who are struggling with things that you love, or people that you love, where you feel like, you know, things are just, you always feel like the next shoe is going to drop or something like that, or plans are going to fall through. It's like there's something when it comes to your emotional attachment to things, or your emotional attachment to other people, right? There is a fear there. But your emotions with the high priest are not your emotions, and your spirit, your intuition is here to say, hey, it's okay. It's okay. You're not going to lose this, right? Like, you're going to be fine. There's a fear of like feeling like there's this fear of, am I going to get what I put in? Am I going to get back what I've put in, you know, into this thing that I really want? So there's just that fear of, am I going to have to let this go? Is this not going to work out? Is this going to be a failure? And what I'm getting here, it's not. It's not. It's not, Libra. You're going to be okay. Let's pull some more tarot. And again, if this is a situation where you're like needing to let a relationship go, and you're just like, am I making the right decision? Yes. Don't sit in fear about it. Don't lose sleep over it. Just be okay with the decision that you made. Like, if your heart is still in it and you're like, I really don't want to leave this situation, or I don't want to end this, then don't. Then don't. Just step into the unknown, but just, you know, because you're going to come out on top either way. So there's something here about needing to follow your intuition when it comes to your emotional detachment, or emotional attachments. Being emotionally independent no matter who you're dealing with. You know what I mean? There could be an attachment to someone that's kind of pulling you because you're so emotionally attached to that person, and you're so worried about like something changing in your favor or not changing in your favor, that it kind of pulls you away from money. It kind of pulls, yep, there's the High Priestess again. You need to follow your spirit. You need to follow, when it comes to something that you love or something you're emotionally attached to, you need to follow your intuition. You need to follow your spirit. Talk to God about it. Okay, let's see what this Nine of Swords is talking to you guys about. Because there's definitely you losing sleep over this, or you just having panic attacks, you having some deep-rooted fear about this situation, or just about any situation that you're attached to emotionally in the month of August. Yeah, Four of Wands. So again, this is about confidence. This is Aries energy. So this is definitely like, you need to focus on more important things right now. Like, when it comes to your emotional attachment, you really need to figure out how to heal that. Why are you so attached to someone emotionally? Or are you trying to change somebody way too much? Oop, that card just wanted to fly out. Ooh. Yeah, you have the Hierophant. You could be dealing with a Taurus. You could be dealing with a Pisces. Could be dealing with an Aquarius. You could be dealing with an Aries. I see Scorpio here. I see Leo here, Libra. Let's go ahead and see what the High Priestess is talking about. But with the Hierophant here, this is a situation where the decisions that you're making, or multiple situations, or just in life in general, where the decisions that you make are not necessarily going to make sense to other people. We are in the age of Aquarius. So given the age of Aquarius, like, this is not about making sense to other people. Aquarius is not here to make sense. Aquarius is here to be that weirdo, you know, to be that weird energy of, you know what, like, this is my decision, and I have my soul is telling me to take this route, and that's the route that I'm going to take, and be confident in it. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Take charge of your own independence. Yeah, you have the Seven of Swords. Stop tiptoeing around. Seven of Swords. Stop tiptoeing around. Stop tiptoeing around, Libra. Take charge. If you want to leave somebody and your soul is telling you reasons why you should leave or you should leave a situation, then leave. You don't have anything to explain to anybody. Let's go ahead and see what the Six of Wands is talking about with this Leo energy. You don't have anything to explain to anybody, Libra. If there's a situation where you're just like, you know, I'm going to stay, or I'm going to try to work this out, right? I'm going to continue to work on this. I'm going to continue to put my all into this and continue to, you know, put my money where my mouth is, whatever. You may have some people who will be like, you know, it's not going to work out. Maybe you should do this. Maybe you should do that. Follow your spirit. Follow your spirit. That's the most important message that I can give you guys out of this entire video. Follow your spirit, Libra. And I feel like everybody is kind of like dealing with that type of lesson. You know, we're kind of faced with that lesson right now. Everybody, what I'm getting from the six of rods here, the Six of Wands, you're gonna come out on top regardless. You're doing fine, Libra. Stop questioning yourself. What good is that gonna do, right? Yeah, you might want to go and get advice from other people and see what they have to say, but at the end of the day, I think the challenge for you is that you got to just trust yourself and know that what you're doing is right, and you don't need any validation for that. Some of you guys could be looking for validation because in a way you need somebody to tell you that you're doing the right thing. No, you don't. Ooh. Whoa, there we go. Chariot. You got to discipline yourself, Libra, to trust yourself. This is not going to happen overnight. This is like trial and error. Whenever I see the Chariot, this is all about discipline, moving forward, not looking backwards. There's no ping-ponging back and forth with the Chariot. This is about following your heart, okay? And even when you're feeling crabby, even if you're feeling angry, even if you're feeling frustrated with the day, you know, if it's a job, you may have prayed for this job, but like there are days where you're just like, ugh, like I really don't want to be here. Stay determined, stay disciplined. If it's a relationship, stay disciplined. Learn how to learn to just understand that the decisions that you make do not need anyone else's, does not need anyone to validate that. You don't need anybody to say yes or no, yes, you're on the right path, or no, you're not. You don't need anybody's approval or disapproval for you to decide what to do, Libra. Nine of Pentacles, independence, once again, standing on your own. The Moon. You really do not need to say anything to anybody about what you plan on doing. Nobody really needs to know, but this is also stepping into the unknown. You could be dealing with a Pisces, you could be dealing with a Cancer, you can be dealing with a Capricorn, an Aquarius, a Taurus. Like, rest assured that you're always going to figure it out. You're always going to figure it out, Libra. You don't need validation. Stop looking for validation. Stop looking for a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Stop looking for a check mark or an X. Stop looking for a yes or a no. Some of you guys may even be looking at tarot readings or listening to other people talk about like what you should do. You know, this is what your this is the situation that you're dealing with. Don't even listen to me, you guys. Even if if you listen to this reading, like I'm literally telling you guys, if your soul is telling you to do one thing, something different than what I'm saying, then follow that. But I'm not even going to tell you guys to leave or to stay because it's up to you. You can't change anybody, but you can change what you do. So whatever you choose to do, if your soul is telling you to go this way, that's the way that you go. That's all. Okay? Much love and light to all of you. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, Libra.